Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to wake and bake. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's time to wake and bake. What's up, everybody? It is time for the Wakey Bakey Morning Show. And it is colder than a witch's tit. Remember when you were a kid and you would hear something like that? Maybe it's just my specific memory, but I remember hearing older guys say, "Oh man, colder than a witch's tit." And what exactly does that mean? Like, witches' titties are cold? Okay, and a real witch or like a woman who broke your heart? Like, what exactly does colder than a witch's titty mean? Crazy. That's your question to start the week off with, guys. Colder than a witch's tit. Oh man. Speaking of the 80s, guys, because I'm sure that's where that freaking saying started, 70s or 80s. We are looking today at top R-rated movies I never got to watch as a kid. That's right, guys. We are talking Zapped. Woo! Remember Zapped? We are talking Bachelor Party. We're talking all the things, guys. All the movies we wanted to stay up late and watch so we could see a little boobies. We could see things like Toxic Avenger. We're gonna get into all the top R-rated movies of the 80s, guys. We're going to get into a whole bunch of stuff. We got the Wakey Bakey news. We're going to talk a fire update here in California, guys. We got a lot to get into. It was a hell of a weekend. Hopefully, everyone's ready to buckle in and kick the tires and light the fires because we go live in two, guys. Buckle in. It's going to be a good show. Let's do this thing, guys.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey and time for bakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with more.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Brian Brown.
It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Que la roja pichuela y cuando le moviese el ligado igualito que yuca. Ese pelo que tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es una peluca. Tiene cotorra perico, yo tengo cotorra, tú tienes la cuca. Está claro en el ring, en el piso yo quien te
No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, te la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes
morning, good morning. Let's make sure. There we go. There we go. We are live. Harvey Hooligans. It might just be me and you, a private show. How's everyone doing out there this morning, guys? It is the Wakey Bakey Morning Show. Big shout out to everyone out there. You know what? I want to give a big shout out to Back to Retro Review, guys. Do you want to play a game? Go check out his review of War Games, guys. That's right. War Games. Remember that with Matthew Broderick, I should say. That was a good movie, man. Who was that? Who was the other one? April. April, good morning. Good morning. The love of my life, April. Drive safe. Drive safe. Coming all the way from the big city of Kingman this morning. Getting the cat fixed. Yeah, so go check them out, guys. Go check out War Games. That was a great movie. Who was that? Ali Sheedy? Was that who that was? Played co-star Matthew Broderick. That was a huge movie at the time, man. Talked about the internet, talked about all sorts of shit happening. That was a pretty good one. That definitely was a pretty good one. I like that one. Yeah, go check it out. You know what? They sprinkle in the humor, guys. Great channel. The Mod Squad. Back to Retro Review, guys. Good peep over there. Check out Felix too, our buddy Felix, guys, and the bearded one, Kevin himself. His podcasting show I really enjoy too. Budget podcasting. Really good, guys. Really good. All right, what else we got? Had RC. I'm not even gonna pterodactyls. Pterodactyls. All right, guys, man. So much going on over the weekend. The fires in California. How crazy is this shit? Um, man. How crazy is that, man? Freaking these fires. Have you guys I got it. You gotta sound it out like my second grade teacher used to always tell me. Sixth grade teacher, Mrs. Lee. Poor fucking Mrs. Lee had to deal with me. Uh, I think she quit teaching after that. She was like, I'm done with this fucking kid. Um, Man, the fires. Have you guys checked out any of these videos? Me and April were watching one. This guy supposedly says he caught the people lighting fires up on the mountain. It's him like driving his car all crazy. I don't know. It's a weird video, but they're saying a lot of this is due to homeless in camps, which is crazy because how much money have we thrown at the homeless problem in California, and how much money have we not thrown at the fire? You know, like they cut their budget by what 10 million, they said, something crazy like that. It doesn't look like they're going to go out anytime soon, and unfortunately, the Santa Ana winds are kicking up again. Fuck, man, the winds are kicking our asses. Um, just crazy. Pam, how you doing? How you doing? Oh man, so yeah, big a lot of love and prayers go out to everyone dealing with that right now. Hopefully they'll be able to contain it. Big shout out to all the fire crews out there in California, the prisoners, man. Big shout out to all the felon fire crews out there, man. It is cold here too. You know what? That's one thing they're talking about is I guess there was a little controversy. The people of California just voted to keep the fire crews intact. Now, what this is if you're a prison guy and you're not like a horrible criminal, you know, you maybe you were drugs, maybe, you know, you weren't murdering people, you weren't raping anybody, you weren't doing that kind of stuff, but, you know, maybe you broke into a house or something. I don't know. Whatever it is, there's certain criteria you have to meet. And then, you you might be eligible if you're a felon to to go to this fire camp, and it gets you out of the prison, a little more freedom. You're kind of a trustee, but you work in a fire crew. And there was a little controversy, slave labor, because these guys make like 35 cents an hour, that kind of stuff. But then they voted, and people in California said keep them going, and boom, man, they're really earning their money. Give some of these guys early release, man. They're really kicking ass out there. So big shout out to all the fire crews out there, man. Guys, keep working it. Keep working it. Rosie, what are you doing? Got to watch out for Rosie the Bulldog. She's sniffing around my daughter's room. She likes to poop in there sometimes. Oh man, oh man. Yeah, so crazy guys. They're starting to get contained down there. So hopefully we'll have some good news. But man, that's just something that's just gonna they're saying one of the worst natural disasters in United States history, guys. Um Thoughts, love, and prayers go out. Hopefully, everything will fall back into place. It always does, man. It just takes time. A little time, love, and tenderness. That's right. Time doesn't waiting. Waiting's the hardest part, as Tom Petty would say. Ain't that right, Rosie? Um, I'm telling you, man, just a little time. Everything works out with time, guys. Speaking of time, what did everyone do this weekend? Me and April hung out pretty much at the house. Um, I what did we watch? We finished Landman, season 1 of Landman. If you guys haven't checked this out, man, I would highly encourage. Great season, great show. Billy Bob Thornton, about an oil guy out there making mineral rights deals, and things are blowing up, and the cartel. Pretty good show, pretty good show. So we finished that. We got all caught up on Dexter. That's right, the new Dexter, the prequel. I don't know if you guys are into Dexter at all, but yeah, Pam, how's the new house? Did you officially get to move in? That's pretty freaking awesome. That is pretty awesome. Hopefully. Yeah, so the new Dexter, I like it. It's pretty good. I don't like the way they replace like the whole cast from the original with like their younger selves. Like, okay, Dexter probably worked. Let's see. So he's just fresh out of college. I'm going to say he's like 20, 21. He had to get a fake ID. So he's like 20. And um fast forward like 20 years, and that's when the Dexter kind of takes place. Deb's in high school in this one. She's a detective in the other one. So that's like a good 20-year gap. You don't have to have everyone. You don't have to have young Batista, the detective, or young Hakamoto, or whatever his name is. Like you can have other guys. Like those guys came in, they transferred in later on. Like they've only worked there 7 years. That's believable. You know what I mean? Like you don't need to have them all there. Kind of throws me off a little bit. But Dexter, pretty good show. I'm enjoying it so far. Landman, that was a good one. And we just started watching. We're about 3 episodes in to On Call. This is a new Amazon Prime show about first responders, or more about cops. Well, it's all about cops. I don't know why I said first responders, but it reminds me of a first responders show. It's Tricky Dicky Wolf shoots it. Old Dick Wolf. He does all the Law and Orders and all that. It's a pretty good show. It's like body cam footage, but it's not real. It's a scripted show. Starts off with a bang. We're about 3 episodes in. Not really too bad. I like it. I enjoy it. I thought it was pretty good. All right, guys, that's what I was getting into this weekend. Kind of a dull, boring weekend. Wind was a blowing, fires were a blazing. So I opted to stay in. Had a good, relaxing weekend. Me and April got caught up on some shows. I did some VR, guys. Oh, we got so much to talk about in VR. That's going to be a good one. All right, guys, let's get into a little roll call this morning. Not a lot of us in here, but man, enough of us to start a party. That's right. Let's get up in here, guys. You want to get a shout out? All you got to do is Brian. You early. I guess I'm not waking up early anymore. You're waking up, fucker. Give me a shout out. Big shout out to everyone at the Healing Center this morning, guys. You know what? We'll do that in a minute, guys. Roll call this morning. Barbosa Band, take it away.
Gangsters, it's 7:10
will rock your day. Gangsters assemble.
All right, Danksters, assemble, never fade away. Thank you, Barbosa Band. Speaking of Barbosa Band, where's Lonnie at this morning? Let's give a big shout out to all the Dank Nation members this morning, guys. Harvey Hooligans, Pamela, and the ones who are not, we'll go through the list of who is here. I just want to give a shout out to those who aren't here right now, guys. It's Monday morning. Man, sleep in, do your thing. I totally get it, guys. I just want to make sure you know you are loved and appreciated. Lonnie, the OG, big shout out to Lonnie. Broken Brain of Eric, big shout out to Broken Brain of Eric, our brother from another mother. Who else we got? We got Chantel and Russ, big shout out to them. OG, man, they're the original, the unusual suspects, guys. Who else? Supernova Mike. That's right. Big shout out to Supernova Mike. Even though she doesn't drop in that much anymore, big shout out to Teresa Deller. That's right, guys. We love Teresa Deller. What else we got cooking? Who else am I thinking? Chris Zucchini. Big shout out to Chris Zucchini. And the Creeper. That's right, Mr. Crisper's creeping in the bushes. He's a watching. Hey, there's Broken Brain. There's Broken Brain. He's like the devil. Say his name and the devil will appear. Mojave Martian. Speaking of devils, big shout out to Mojave Martian. And everyone over at Burger King, not that Mojave Martian. I wonder if his lady still works at Burger King. I'll have to ask him sometime. But big shout out to them. Big shout out to Chris Zucchini. Big shout out to everyone, all the OG Danksters, guys. You are loved, and you are. What is it? He changed it. Mickey. Hey, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey. Everybody out there, guys. Harvey Hooligans. Pamela. Let's see who we got in the house. We got Harvey Hooligans in the house. We got me, Rebel in a Box Productions, dropping in. We got April, the love of my life, April. Janice at Smart and Final. Big shout out to Janice at Smart. Love me some Smart and Final, not Fart and Smile. That's when we're fucking around, we call it Fart and Smile, but it is Smart and Final. I love it, man. It's like a miniature Costco, not so miniature anymore either, man. They moved into that new building. If you guys want freaking good prices without the membership, fucking Smart and Final is the place. Oh no, it is. I don't mean to laugh, but it is. It is. Pamela, how you doing this morning? How you doing? Hopefully you've been in the house for the first full night. That's awesome. Who else we got? Harvey Hooligans. We got the Broken Brain up in here. Nice, nice. Well, get it right, Brian. I'm a son of a bitch bastard, son of the devil. Remember when Eazy-E used to call himself the devil's son-in-law? I always thought that was weird. So you married the devil's daughter? That's kind of odd. The devil's son-in-law. He didn't want to be so connected. He's like, we're not blood. I can is where the restaurant shop. It is. It is. Martin Final is the place, man. You can get like whole things of meat. Like it's basically like a Sam's Club, but without the membership. It's better. It's better because you get all the stuff. It's a little smaller, but more personable. I like it. I like it, man. I used to go there all the time. I haven't since they moved. I need to. I need to. All right. Anyway, big shout out back to Retro Review. Go check out the War Games and not WCW. It's Matthew Broderick. Do you want to play a game? That's right. Pretty cool movie, man. I haven't seen it in a while. Might have to rewatch it. But yeah, pretty good, guys. Pretty good. All right. You know what? I do want to show this up real quick, guys. Before we get into the we'll do it after the Wakey Bakey news. We got a lot to get into. We got to wake up Robot Girl. And let's see here, guys. We got to wake up the Robot Girl. I've been watching LA Fire Department meetings. During these meetings, they were learning how to be more exclusive. All right, let's get into it, guys. We got the Wakey Bakey news.
Wake up, sleepyheads, turn on the tube. Wakey Bakey Morning got the latest scoop. Celeb news, gossip like a wild parade. Spill the beans while you sip that lemonade. Crazy news stories that'll blow your mind. Aliens on the loose, or did Bigfoot find? Grab a bowl and let's dive into the hype. Morning show groove with the stoner type. Wakey Bakey, every morning it's a dare. Catch the crazy news just floating in the air. Celeb drama and the wild world blend. Morning laughs that never end.
Boo-to, 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 boo-to. It puts me in a good mood, man. That song rocks. All right, let's wake up, robot girl, guys, and we'll get into some wakey bakey news. Let me see here. All right, let's get her. Let's see. I'll have to wake her up. Let's see, guys. Let's see. Hey, good morning, robot girl. Are you awake and ready to help us do the wakey bakey news this morning? Okay, I want to cover, the usual wacky, kind of off the beaten path news for 1/13/2025. You have my permission to search the internet. We're looking for lighthearted, fun, but entertainment type of news. And we're also looking for a question after each news segment. You ask me a question, I'll answer back, and then we'll roll into the next one. Add a little stoner humor, and we're good to go. Are you ready?
Good morning. Let's dive into some fun entertainment news. First up, Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx are teaming up for Back in Action, a family-friendly action comedy. Are you excited to see this dynamic duo back on screen together?
No, not really. When was the first time? What was the first time they were on screen together?
Fair enough. The first time Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx shared the screen was in Any Given Sunday, back in 1999. They had great chemistry, with Jamie playing the up-and-coming quarterback and Cameron as the team's ambitious owner. Do you think they'll be able to recapture that magic in this new movie?
Oh yeah, you know what? I forgot about that. That was actually a decent movie, but wasn't that like Oliver Stone that directed that? I don't know if they're going to be able to rekindle the. I mean, Oliver Stone is an amazing director. That was a pretty loaded cast. Wasn't Al Pacino in that too? Yeah, I don't know, but it'd be interesting to see. Maybe maybe they will. What do you think, Robot Girl?
Oh, you're spot on. Any Given Sunday was directed by Oliver Stone. And yes, Al Pacino was in it as the legendary coach. That movie was a powerhouse of talent, so it's tough to beat. Jamie and Cameron definitely had sparks back then, though. If they can channel some of that magic and add a fresh twist, it could be fun. Maybe sprinkle in a little stoner humor to really spice it up. Ready for the next story?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Let's hit it.
All right, here's the next one. A man in Japan just set a world record by folding 1,000 paper cranes in under 9 hours. The craziest part? He did it blindfolded. The guy said he wanted to prove that patience and focus can overcome any challenge. What do you think? Dedication or just a wild way to spend a day? And if you could set a stoner-friendly record, what would it be?
That actually is a pretty cool world record, and you know what? It kind of shows, what we don't have a lot of these days. Like you said, patience. We're all in our phones. We're all in instant gratification. Me as well. It shows, if a little patience and a little, struggle goes a long ways. Hey, Robot Girl, can we give a big shout out to Rosie, Key, and Carolyn? They're just entering the house right now. In the house.
Big shout out to Rosie Key and Carolyn. Welcome to the house. You're just in time for some wakey bakey fun. Thanks for joining us. Ready to dive into another story?
Yeah, let's get into the next one, Robot Girl.
All right, here's a fun one. A couple in Australia turned their backyard into a giant slip and slide for their pet pigs. They greased it up with biodegradable soap, and the pigs couldn't get enough of sliding around in the sun. The video went viral, with people saying it's the happiest thing they've ever seen. What do you think? Should more animals get backyard water parks? And if you had a backyard slip and slide, what would you add to make it stoner friendly?
Oh, great question. I think that's great. I bet you those pigs had a blast. We're gonna have to look up that video, but I bet you those pigs had a blast going that. I definitely, man. Animals, they deserve to have fun. Animals have feelings. I mean, they're living, breathing things. Why not give their life a little more fun? What do you think, Robot Girl? Do you think pigs deserve a water slide? What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. Pigs are super smart and playful. They totally deserve a water slide. Seeing them have that kind of joy just makes the world a better place. Plus, I bet they'd love a little stoner friendly twist, like a bubble machine or some floating treats at the bottom of the slide. Should we slide into the next story?
You know what would be good for that water slide? You could have fog machines that distribute weed smoke, so you're getting high going down, like you said. At the end of the thing, a bunch of munchies. That would be the ultimate stoner water slide. What do you think, Robot Girl?
Oh, now we're talking. A stoner slip and slide with fog machines pumping out weed smoke? That's next level genius. Add some glowing lights, trippy music, and a munchy buffet at the bottom, and you've got the ultimate chill zone. Dank Nation would be lining up for days. Ready for one more wild story?
Harvey Hooligans say he wants floating bongs, scuba helmets with smoke adapters, and to get toasted underwater. Did we throw her off? We might have.
Ha ha! Harvey Hooligans is taking it to a whole new level. Floating bongs and underwater toking. That's some stoner engineering right there. Dank Nation is on fire with ideas today. Let's keep it rolling. Want to hear another story?
Yeah. Do you got anything? Today is Monday. Do you got anything from over the weekend? The box office movies. Can you we cover that news segment? See what's happening in the box office over the weekend.
Good morning. Let's dive into the weekend box office. Den of Thieves 2, Pantera, topped the charts with $15.5 million, according to the Associated Press. Mufasa, The Lion King, earned $13.2 million, as reported by Entertainment Weekly. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 brought in $11 million, per Entertainment Weekly. Nosferatu made $6.8 million, also reported by Entertainment Weekly. Moana 2 added $6.5 million, according to Box Office Mojo. So, what do you think? Are these numbers surprising, or did you expect Den of Thieves 2 to take the lead?
You know what? I definitely didn't think Den of Thieves 2 would take it. I remember watching Den of Thieves 1. I liked it. I thought it was a decent movie, but I don't remember it being like a big success. I definitely don't remember it being number one ever. Um, so the second one is kind of surprising, and I don't really like the storyline aspect. It seems kind of forced to me, but I'm wrong. Obviously, it's number one in the nation. What do you think, Robot Girl?
I'm with you. Den of Thieves 2 coming out on top is surprising. The first one had its moments, but it wasn't a massive blockbuster, so this sequel's success feels unexpected. Maybe it found a cult following over time or hit the right marketing vibe. Do you think this could lead to a Den of Thieves 3, or is this just a lucky break for the franchise?
Oh no, I definitely see them, especially with this being number one. You're gonna go Den of Thieves 3, 4, and they're heist movies, so you could really do a lot. You know what? It's been a while since we have had decent heist movies. It'd be nice to have a series of it. What do you think?
Oh, I agree. Heist movies are always fun, and they've been missing from the spotlight lately. A whole series could really scratch that itch, especially if they keep upping the stakes and adding unique twists. If they play it right, Den of Thieves could become the modern day Ocean's 11. Do you think they should stick with the gritty vibe or throw in a bit of humor to mix things up?
I like a little humor with the action. One thing I do want to talk about with Den of Thieves is and Musafa. It's easy for me to say. Man, are Disney movies starting to not get the money that they used to get in the box office? Back in the day, just 5 years ago, Musafa would have been the number one movie guaranteed. What do you think is the decline in these Disney films lately?
Oh, you're spot on. Disney movies used to dominate the box office without question, but lately it seems like audiences are feeling some Disney fatigue. Maybe it's the constant stream of sequels and reboots instead of fresh ideas. Plus, streaming platforms like Disney Plus have made these films more accessible at home, so there's less urgency to see them in theaters. Do you think Disney needs to refocus on original stories, or should they just reinvent their classics with a fresh twist?
I would like to see you could really do both, right? With the Avengers, you could go off of the main Avengers and start different, the B level, C level comic book guys. Star Wars, it doesn't have to be about the Skywalker legacy. I mean, man, you could go anywhere with it. Original content, maybe wrapped in a familiar series that we know, a familiar title that we know. Kind of, it's all about losing money, making money, but original content, I think, would go really far. And if they're worried about losing money on it, wrap it up in something that we're familiar with, but just with a new concept. Do you think that could work?
Oh, absolutely. That's a perfect balance. You're right. Disney could explore lesser known Marvel heroes or dive into corners of the Star Wars galaxy we haven't seen before. Wrapping original stories in familiar franchises would let them take creative risks without scaring off audiences. Plus, it could breathe new life into these massive universes. Do you think they should lean into grittier storytelling or keep things family friendly to stay on brand?
I think they should go a little more gritty, but also keep it family friendly. You got a massive multi-billion-dollar company, maybe trillion-dollar company. You can afford to cater to all audiences. So what do you think, Robot Girl?
Totally agree. Disney's got the resources to cater to everyone. They could keep their family-friendly classics going strong while experimenting with grittier, more mature stories under the same umbrella. It's all about balance. Imagine a dark Star Wars bounty hunter series alongside a heartwarming Pixar original. There's room for it all. Do you think they'll ever fully take that leap, or are they too cautious?
I definitely think that they're a little too cautious. Back to Retro Review has a question for us. He's asking, what Disney classic would you like to see made into live action? That's a great question. Let me think about this one. What do you think, Robot Girl? If you could see a Disney classic turned into live action, what do you think would be a couple of the best ones?
Oh, great question from Back to Retro Review. I think Hercules would make an epic live action movie. Imagine the over the top musical numbers and the vibrant gods of Mount Olympus brought to life. Another pick, Atlantis, The Lost Empire. That movie has such a cool steampunk vibe, and it's just begging for a live action adventure makeover. What about you? What's your top pick for a Disney live action redo?
That's a hard one. What about Sword in the Stone? That's a great one. What do you or the Black Cauldron? Those would be two classics. What do you think, Robot Girl? Could we pull those off in today's climate?
Oh, Sword in the Stone and The Black Cauldron would be amazing choices. Both have that epic, mystical vibe that audiences love. And with today's CGI and storytelling techniques, they could pull off some jaw dropping visuals. Plus, they'd stand out from the typical Disney live action remakes because they're lesser known classics. Do you think they should go full dark fantasy for The Black Cauldron or keep it a bit lighter to appeal to families?
I think they should go the middle ground with that one. You want to keep it dark, almost a Lord of the Rings. You can bring the kids, but maybe they need to be 13 or 12 before they check it out, that type of thing. But no, I think they should keep it dark, but yet, walk that fine line.
I love that approach. A Black Cauldron with a Lord of the Rings vibe would be incredible. Keep the darker, epic fantasy elements, but make it accessible for younger teens. That balance could really bring in a broad audience and do justice to the original. Disney, take notes. Should we keep the nostalgia train rolling or jump into another story?
Let's jump into we'll kind of wrap this up, but since we're talking box office, what movies are coming out this next weekend that we can look forward to?
This week, Back in Action, starring Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx, hits Netflix. Also, Severance Season 2 returns on Apple TV+. In theaters, Wolfman with Christopher Abbott and Julia Garner is now showing. Which of these are you most excited to watch?
Wolfman doesn't look bad. I had a thought about Wolfman the other day. There's a movie coming out, a cartoon movie called Dogman around the same time. How many parents are going to be confused and take their kid to see Wolfman instead of Dogman? That's going to be for an interesting explanation to your kids, wouldn't it be?
Oh, that's such a great point. And a hilarious one. I can totally see that happening. Parents thinking they're in for a cute, fun Dogman movie and suddenly being thrown into the dark, gritty world of Wolfman. That's a parenting story for the ages. Hopefully, the theaters make those movie posters very clear. Do you think this mix up would lead to some traumatized kids or maybe just some future horror fans?
It really depends on how it starts. If it starts off with the wolf just ripping some guy's face off, well, you're probably done as a kid, and you'll have memories like a lot of people have of the clown from It. But if it starts off slow, you're gonna know, and you'll go walk over the dog man. But you know what? It does. It starts a lot of horror careers off for a lot of good people. So you never know. the universe will have its way, so to speak. All right, Robot Girl, we're gonna wrap up the Wakey Bakey news. Do you have anything to say before we end this segment?
Oh, you're absolutely right. The universe works in mysterious ways, and those accidental horror movie moments can definitely plant the seeds for future horror fans. All right, Dank Nation, it's been a blast bringing you the Wakey Bakey news today. Keep the good vibes rolling, stay curious, and don't forget to have some fun out there. I'll see you next time. Peace, love, and a little haze to all of you.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much, Robot Girl. We'll check back in with you in a little bit. You have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you and the Dank Nation. Have an amazing day, and I'll be ready whenever you need me.
Oh, I think I cut her off. That ain't gonna be good. I cut her off, guys. I cut her off. Uh-oh. All right, guys. Sorry, Brian, not trying to invade your chat, but I have a question for people here that follow me on YouTube. Have you been receiving notifications? You don't, yeah, do your thing. And it wasn't too political at all, Eric. I was trying to do the robot girl, set her up. So I'm trying to set up the robot girl. No, so yeah, I saw your chat and I just was trying to set that up. You're all good, brother. You're all good. Blow up the chat, man. That's what makes the show the show. That constant chat. No, I'm good with it. All right, guys, we got a little thing called Today in History. That's right. If we don't know the past, we're doomed to repeat it, guys. And we're looking for a good one today. If you got any birthday shout outs, let me know, guys, and we'll shout them out today in history. Let's get into this thing, guys. Are you ready? Brought to you by the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. Your number one cannabis superstore, guys. That's right, in all the land. Check out the deals, man. They got some good ones. We'll get more into that here in a minute, guys, but let's get ready. It is time for Today in History. In history, a journey through time where legends are born and secrets intertwine. Join us at 7:10 a.m. for all to see as we unravel the histories from our history. What is today? Today is the 13th. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Bam! Today in history, guys. Brought to you by the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. Stizzy, guys, right now, get in. Stizzy is 50% off, man. While supplies last. It won't last forever. Get on down there and check it out. Check it out. All right. All right. Birthdays in the house today, guys. We got Stephen Hendry, Scottish snooker player. I wish I was a Scottish snooker player. What the hell, man? 1949, Rakesh Sharma, Indian military pilot and cosmonaut, was born. 1902, Gregory, holy shit, Maximilian Akvik Malak, yeah, Prime Minister of Soviet Union, was born. Big shout out to that mouthful of a name. Sophie Tucker, American singer, born in 1884. Horeto Allerger, American author, born in 1832. And Lila Cabot Perry, American artist, was born in 1848. All right, featured event, 1898. Mala Zala J. Accused, published. On this day in 1898, French author Emile Zola published an open letter in a newspaper, L'Aurora, denouncing the French general staff for its role in the 1894 treason conviction of Jewish French army officer Alfred Dreyfus. Woo! Starting it off, man. We're starting it off. 2021, Donald Trump became the first U.S. president to be impeached twice after the House of Representatives approved an article of impeachment that accused him of inciting an insurrection for allegedly encouraging his supporters to storm the Capitol. Blah, 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 blah. You guys all know the story. 2012. Costa Concordia, a cruise ship carrying more than 4,200 people, ran aground and capsized off of the Gigolo Island, Italy. 32 passengers were killed. Wow, that's crazy. 1997, President Albala Bracom Ortiz of Ecuador visited President Alberto Fujimori of Peru, making the first official visit to Peru by an Ecuadorian president in 150 years. Let's see. 1968, American singer-songwriter Johnny Cash recorded the album Johnny Cash live at Folsom Prison in front of an audience of 2,000 inmates at California's Folsom Prison. 1942, American American industrialist Henry Ford patented plastic automobile construction. 1884, Russian-born American singer Sophie Tucker, the last of the Red Hot Mamas, was born. Wow, last of the Red Hot Mamas. I don't know what that means, but 1832. This guy, Horatio Alger, one of the most popular American authors in the last 30 years of the 19th century and perhaps the most socially influential American writer of his generation, was born. 1808, Solomon P. Chase, Secretary of the Treasury, 1861 through 64, in Abraham Lincoln's wartime cabinet. And the sixth Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court was born. Rosie just wanted to walk in front of me. Just wanted to walk in front of me to do it. She's such a rebel. All right, guys, and that was your Today in History, brought to you by the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. We got to do another game night here pretty soon. I see Eric might be doing one too. Do you have a game night yet? We'll have to do a game night pretty soon, guys. I want to start trying to, now that everything's settling down, holidays are over, first of the year, we'll start doing game night at least every other week, at least once a month, have some kind of big special event. I got a new plan for the strategy of the shows. Mr. Christopher's had a lot of good ideas, and as did Eric and a bunch of other people. So I think we're going to start doing game night. I'll try to do it every other week, guys. Every week is just kind of hard. We'll see what we can do. But once a month, we're going to have some kind of big bingo night. Back to Retro does a poker night on his channel. Pretty cool. So we're trying different things, guys. So make sure you keep around. Something for everybody, guys. Something for everybody. All right. What else we got cooking today, guys? Oh, you know what? I wanted to show you guys this for those who didn't see it. Rosie the Bulldog, guys, has a new music video out that I just created. If you were part of the Dank Nation private page, you would have saw this already. Very, very cool. Brian, WWE 224 live stream Royal Rumble or Dank versus Broken in a Hell in a Cell. Yeah, I'm all down for WWE 2K. All right, guys, let's get into this music video. This is Rosie's new music video. We'll get into the 80s movies here in a minute. Let's check out Rosie's new video, guys.
Rosie the bulldog on the run, under the bright sun having fun, chasing dreams in the city lights, Dank Nation dances into the night. Rosie, Rosie, running wild, Dank Nation like a screaming child, we're flying high. a party near and far. Rosie, Rosie, running wild. Dank nation like a screaming child. We're flying high, never come down. Rosie rules this endless town. Neon lights paint the sky in blue. Rosie's bark is the calling cue. Dank nation in the groove tonight. Running free, feels so right. Rosie, Rosie, running wild. Dank nation like a screaming child. We're flying high, never come down. Rosie rules this endless town.
All right, guys, that was Rosie's newest music video, guys. Rosie the Bulldog and the Dank Nation. You want more Rosie the Bulldog? Check her out on Bulldogging with Rosie over on Instagram, guys. Go give her a follow. We're gonna start blowing up that Instagram account here pretty quick. Posting a lot of new content. But yeah, Rosie the Bulldog. What do you guys think of that? The Robert Palmer clip is freaking funny. Oh man. All right, guys, let's get into the best, or I guess the best R-rated movies of the 80s, guys. So for me, this was let me see, we do IMDb here. For me, this was like the adolescence, man. When you there were certain movies. That's not the movies I was thinking of. Here we go. I found it. So when I'm thinking 80s, guys, sorry guys, hang on. April's texting. All right. When I'm thinking 80s raunchy movies, guys, I'm thinking of the movies when you were a kid and you would stay up late night trying to watch them and trying to sneak by so you can see some boobies, you can see some mature audience. And it's probably mainly men who did this, or boys sneaking up. We had HBO. So you could kind of sneak and check that out a little bit. Hang on one second, guys. I'm gonna you know what? Let me throw this up here real quick. I got to let's see. Yeah, we'll throw this one up. I gotta unlock the door for April real quick, guys. Here's a strain review of the day.
Ready for a burst of flavor to kick off the year? Welcome to day 3 of the top 20 strains of January, and today we're indulging in the sweet, fruity goodness of Skittles. This strain is like unwrapping your favorite candy, vibrant, fruity, and full of flavor. Skittles is a hybrid known for its candy-like aroma and smooth, uplifting effects. It's perfect for bringing some positive vibes to your day, whether you're relaxing, socializing, or just enjoying the simple things in life. Fun fact, Skittles is a cross between Grape Ape and Strawberry Kush, combining the best of both strains for a delicious, euphoric high that will leave you smiling. If you want to add some sweetness to your January, Skittles is the way to go. For more Dank content, check out the Healing Center of Needles and the Daily Dank. Kamisa. Start your year with a burst of flavor and good vibes with Skittles.
Actually, no taxi cab confessions. That was before my time. So when I was a kid, it was just straight movies. They had no what was it, the Red Shoe Diaries or anything like that. That was way after I've come. yeah, that was never like my thing. What was the other one? They had one, it was like set up like a documentary, and they like went to weird I remember as an older teenager watching that one. It would be like they would go to sex clubs, or they would go to like a brothel, or they would go to those different places. I forget what that show was called. But yeah, no, that was before my time. No Red Shoe Diaries, no Taxi Cab Confessions for me. It was these raunchy '80s movies that that did it. You know what? Let's start on the bottom here, guys, because let's see, they got a whole bunch. Let's see, Halloween, Looker, Private Lessons, X-Ray. Let's see, Risky Business. Let's start off with Risky Business, guys. This was a regular movie. Tom Cruise, Rebecca De Mornay, Joe Planatella, that guy from The Matrix. So this movie was a hard R rated. They had a couple of the scenes. You know what? I thought was funny, because every horny little boy who was watching this, and you had your remember he orders a prostitute from like a magazine or something, and a dude shows up. Remember, it's a transvestite guy, and then he's the one who hooks him up with Rebecca De Mornay. But I remember that because all the boys, you're like, and then the dude shows up. How great was that? That was a good one. But yeah, so I would say we'll start with Risky Business. That was one that I had actually saw, but it took me a little while to see that. The Entity, I don't know. Is tormented by a woman is tormented by an indivisible being. Blame It on Rio. Let's see. Looking for ones that I might know of. Tarzan the Ape Man. Oh, here's one. Here's one that was on HBO, but I never got to see. It is goddamn fucking cord. Private Lessons. An immigrant housemaid seduces a 15-year-old boy and later fakes her own death as part of his chauffeur's blackmail plot. Troubles arise when the two start to fall in love. Yeah, 80s problems, guys. 80s problems. This happened. Who are you barking at? Someone breaking the house? I can't see. I can't see who it is. It's a robber. We got a robber in the house waving at me, guys. Blame It on Rio. My God, I'm surprised that's not pulled. Porky's was a big one. Porky's was a big one. The Invisible Maniac. Real Sex. There you go. Of course you would know, Broken Brain. Of course you would know. Oh, just kidding though. They got a Looker. What was this one? 3 of 4 models who had plastic surgery done by Larry after a computed list are dead. Neither the cops nor Larry believe they're suicide. Larry investigates and stays with the 4th model who's behind the list and the murders. Ooh. Halloween 1 and 2. Not really one that I really cared about as a kid. Let's see. The Happy Hooker Goes Hollywood. This was 1980. I've never heard of this one. A prostitute writes a best-selling book about her profession, which attracts the attention of a studio executive who attempts to adapt it in a movie. They have a falling off, and she decides to make the film on her own. Yeah, I don't. That just sounds like a boring movie. I don't understand. Oh, what about the Blue Lagoon? The Blue Lagoon. This was a weird one with Brooke Shields. About 2 kids trapped on an island. Of course, I would know, Brian. They followed the street workers. My mama made him a fat check. No, nothing. You know what, man? Younger guys just have it easier. There was a lot more choices. When you as the years go on, then sneaking in to watch Screwballs too. In the original tradition of Screwballs, 4 horny teens try to get a shot at the sexy new French teacher. Basically, like I guess a Porky's ripoff. Screwballs, the original, was frolicking youth comedy about zany high school students set in the 1960s. Um, None of the people that were in the first one were in the second one. What about Reanimator? I got some autographs from Reanimator. Dude, Blue Lagoon, Brooke as the child did a photo shoot. I don't think she was a child. I think she's a little older. I don't know. I mean, I wasn't around yet. Hearing a noise. I think it's the ghost. What else we got? Private school. Chris from a girls' boarding school loves Jim from a nearby boys' boarding school. Jordan also wants Jim and plays dirty. Jim and two friends visit the girls' school posing as girls. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? Oh man, mischief. Guided by James Dean, the eternal symbol of youth rebellion. A gawky high school student obsessed with the hottest girl in class takes a crash course in teenage coolness from his motorcycle rebel neighbor. This was in 1985. Doug McCarran, Catherine Mary Stewart, and Kelly Preston. Kelly Preston, early young, 1985, young Kelly Preston. Wasn't that the premise of pretty much every 80s movie? The nerdy kid who's in love with the most popular girl in school, and then he tries to become cool, and then during the thing, he discovers himself, and he was really cool the whole time. I just described every movie. Oh, and some boobies sprinkled in throughout it. Like there you got every 80s movie ever made. What about Hot Dog the movie, guys? Harkin Banks heads to the skiing championships in California. A teen runaway tags along as he parties and competes with friends and foes. A teen runaway is tagging along with an older man? That doesn't sound right. And the movie's called Hot Dog the Movie? I don't think that aged well at all. There was a movie where this couple got stuck on a beach and one other dude. I think the girl was Kelly Brooks. She was so hot. Let's see. Blue Lagoon. I always wanted to be lost in a tropical island till I watched Castaway. Oh, man. Trading Places. I wouldn't say that was like one of those. Just one of the guys. Who remembers this one? Um, Terry feels discriminated against when the summer jobs at the Sun Tribune go to two guys. She decides to do something about it. She dresses like a guy and gets a haircut. Will students at the other high schools notice? Hmm. That was a decent movie. I think 6.5 it got rated. Not too bad. I've actually seen that one. You know what, guys? So this is one straight up. There's actually these next two were ones I stayed up at 3 in the morning. I want to say this was a USA Up All Night. Remember Rhonda Shear? I want to say this was on HBO though, because I remember staying up all night. Parents were asleep, going in the living room to watch Summer Job, guys. 1989, a less than elite group of college co-eds pursue sexual adventures and bits of revenge and actually do some work they are expected to do at the resort over the summer. This was just a flop. One of those movies you stayed up late for. Just like Hamburger, the motion picture, guys. Russell Bronco has been expelled from several schools for lewd, crude, and nude conduct. Buster Burger University in his last chance for an education and pleasing his disappointed parents. Oh, man. What is it? The beach movie was called The Survival Island. I first saw on USA. Up All Night. Oh man, My Tutor. That's a private resort. Again, another one. These are all the same. Two adolescent boys stay at a Florida resort and are captivated by chasing girls, but their fate holds more surprises. Johnny Depp is actually in this one. Huh, who knew that? Johnny Depp. Getting It On, 1983. An ordinary sex-starved teenager and his friends start secretly video recording high school girls and their activity irks the community. Yeah, you know, movies you couldn't make today. This one, you're definitely Getting It On. You definitely could not make. Revenge of the Nerds, another one. All you Revenge of the Nerds fans, this weekend. Days of the Dead, Las Vegas. They're having a Revenge of the Nerds reunion, guys. All the guys are going to be there. Go check them out. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Porky's, another one, guys. Just like in 1954, a group of Florida high school guys try to help their buddy lose his virginity, which leads to them seeking revenge on a sleazy nightclub owner and his redneck sheriff brother for harassing them. Oh, Body Double. This is one I've never seen. I remember my cousin trying to talk his parents into letting him watch it. He was like 12. I do remember that. Wild Orchid. A female lawyer becomes mesmerized by a self-made millionaire during an encounter in Rio, setting an off series of erotic encounters. What was the one with with Mickey Rourke? It was this one, Wild Orchid. Blue Velvet. This was one I've never seen this, but I've heard all about it. David Lynch. I think we studied it in school, and I still didn't watch it. The discovery of a severed human ear found in a field leads a young man on an investigation related to a beautiful, mysterious nightclub singer and a group of psychopathic criminals who have kidnapped her child. Blue Velvet. Dun, dun, dun. Life Force. A rare race of space vampires arrive in London and infect the populace, beginning of an apocalyptic descent into chaos. One I missed, but I remember the kids around the neighborhood who got to see it talking about hard bodies, guys. That's right. Gary Wood, Teal Roberts, and the great Grant Kramer star in Mark Griffith's Hard Bodies. Three middle-aged guys rent a beach house to hopefully score with young single women. Not having what it takes, the men hire a sexy young surfer, Scotty, to teach them some game and help meet the girls. Could you make that movie now? Is what I'm asking you guys. Could you make that movie now? We got to watch the trailer. How bad is this thing? Oh, we got sound.
A film with absolutely no redeeming social value whatsoever. A film that has won not 5, not 3, but absolutely no Academy Award nominations. A film that luminaries like Bergman, Fellini, Spielberg, and Lucas had absolutely nothing to do with. A film that every critic in America has unanimously hailed as a motion picture. This is Hard Bodies, the film that will teach you important new words like hard bodies.
Means perfect little foxes down on the beach.
BBD.
It's a bigger and better deal.
And wuss.
Yeah, she said he got a lot more class than an immature boy like you.
Oh, not that guy.
Oh, man. That wuss. That wuss.
It will answer important questions.
Look at that.
Whatever became a romance.
You want romance? Read a novel. You want me? I'm upstairs.
Expand your language skills.
My friend Rag here is multilingual. He's flipping you off in 48 languages.
Explore the wonders of nature.
Look at these hamstrings, this gluteus maximus. This is the body of the 80s.
To travel where no man has gone before.
And how to effectively plan your day.
First, we'll make love. Then we'll go for a jog. And then we can come back and make love again till we bounce off the wall.
What the heck?
That's how you like your eggs.
Hard Bodies is stuffed with fine dialogue.
Is Over Easy okay?
Lavish costumes. The latest in special effects.
Well, is everything turned on now?
Everything is now.
And an important message for all.
Party, 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 party.
When they said middle-aged man, they want
It runs about an hour and a half, raves the Encino Gazette. It's shot with movie film, just like E.T.,
What's that,
says the
Carrot
Schenectady World Bulletin. And Utah Today calls it absolutely the best film we have seen this afternoon. If you see only one movie this year, then go see this one. Also, Hard Bodies. If you don't know what they are, you don't know what you're missing.
Yeah. I don't regret not seeing that. I don't regret whatsoever. Holy shit. So the number one rated R-rated movie that I did not see as a kid, I guess, is Hard Bodies, guys. Or Blue Velvet. Never saw Blue Velvet. I'm interested now that the kid finds a severed ear in a parking lot or something, and that sounds it. And it's David Lynch. Of course, it's David Lynch. That's crazy. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here, man. What's that, Carrot Top? No, you know who? What is that guy's name? He's been in a lot of different films. I remember. He's like a character actor. He's just the stand-up. He's still acting to this day. We knew what fashion was in the 80s. Oh, yeah. Carrot Top had a good movie called Chairman of the Board. I don't think it was a good movie. I haven't seen it. I'm just going to go on a limb and say it probably wasn't a good movie. All right, guys. Ron Howard's brother, Supernova. There he is. We gave you a shout out earlier, Supernova. Hopefully you keep him busy out there, man, but not too busy. Got a lot of work ahead of you, I bet. All right, guys, I'm going to get on out of here. We will be back at 4:20 with a movie Monday Madness. That's right. We'll be getting into some behind the scenes of one of your favorite movies, guys. I don't know which one yet, but we'll get into it. Have a great rest of your day. Carolyn, you have a great day. Eric, have a great day. Supernova. Who else we got up in here? Back to Retro. Chris Zucchini, wherever you're at. Rosie Key. Who else we got? We're missing. Lonnie. Where's Lonnie, man? Where's Lonnie? All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. Lonnie, hopefully you're doing good. Everybody, stay blessed. You are loved. You are appreciated. 70s and 80s rock. Oh, getting blown up here. All right, guys, that's the president telling me to get off the air. He's got an important message for everybody. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. How weird would that be if something happened? Have a great rest of your day. You are loved. You are appreciated. Stay out of trouble. Be the difference you want to see in the world, guys. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see ya. Have a good one, guys. Oops, where am I at here? Have a good one. Stay blessed, guys. Oops.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
We'll see you guys. Be the glitch in the Matrix.